What's poppin', people? Today we're talking about the deck that is just it's something. Today we're going to talk about the Nope deck, and that's not the official name, that's just the name that I gave it because it, for lack of a better words, it's just a nope. You can't, you just, it's basically a Weavile Darkrai deck variant that's just a little bit more. Okay, cool. So we have the Froakie line, one of each, Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja. Then we have one Sneasel, one Weavile, two Darkrai, and two Druddigan. We have 2 X-Speed, 2 Pokeballs, 1 Pokemon Communication, 2 Rocky Helmet, 2 Professor's Research, and 2 Cyrus. Let's go ahead and get into some games. But before we do, I just want to let you guys know, I haven't tested this deck at all. I haven't used it. I haven't practiced with it. I haven't whatever. I have just built this because I finally have the cards needed, and I've seen the deck enough. Hopefully the deck list actually does something. We're gonna experience this together. So let's get into a game. All right, game number 1. We are gonna go second. Okay, I'll take that. I have no idea how this is gonna play out. We do lead with the Druddigan, which is really good. Actually, we have we have the start of something incredible here. We have the start of something incredible here. So for those of you that haven't come across this deck, bless your heart. Thank your lucky stars that you haven't come across this deck. This is the worst deck I've ever experienced. It's so annoying. The Druddigan deck slash Darkrai slash whatever deck is essentially, it is a pretty stanky deck. It's pretty gross. But essentially the deck list is lead with Druddigan, put everything else on the bench, and make your opponents cry. That's basically the premise. What you do what you do is just fill up your board. I'm going to keep the other Darkrai in my hand because I don't need it yet. I would rather put down the Greninja eventually. I'm going to attach an energy to the Darkrai here. But premise of the deck, premise of the deck is you just keep Druddigan out here, and they just get punched in the face, right? That's just what they do. No energies will ever be equipped to it. No energies will ever be equipped to anything there. The unfortunate thing is that Weavile's going to evolve already, or the Sneasel is going to evolve into the Weavile. That really blows. But you know what? I'm not worried, actually. I'm not worried. You know why I'm not worried? Because they have to hit my Weavile again to kill it. I'm going to be able to attach an energy to this Darkrai and deal 20 more damage, bringing them down to 80. That way, if they hit me again, I'll just be able to go into my Sneasel and kill their Weavile on this following turn, because it's already had a bunch of damage dealt to it. I'm going to go for this Pokeball and hope that we can get the Froakie out of this. We get the other Druddigan, which isn't horrible. We're going to need another one eventually, but I'm going to go ahead and use Professor's Research to see if we can't get a Froakie. X-Speed, Frogadier. So we got Frogadier, just not the Froakie. And I'm gonna save my X speeds for later because I definitely don't need it right now. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna evolve the Sneasel in case they have the ability to do anything. I don't really know if they do, but I'm gonna end the turn. They're gonna take their turn and hopefully hit me and hopefully not heal. That's the other thing that needs to happen. They need to not heal anything. What does the Crobat do again? Once during your turn, if you have an Arceus or Arceus EX in play, you may do 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, that actually works really well with Weavile. That works really well with Weavile, actually. Okay. I mean, Druddigan's gonna die here anyway. The only thing that I can hope for is that they keep the Weavile EX in. They don't. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what happens here. Link does 30 damage. And then are they just going to hit me with the Darkness Fang as well? If they do, that's okay. They are. Okay. So actually, this still works out for us. This still works out for us. At least I think. Do I run Dawn in this deck? I don't think I do. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine that we don't run Dawn, because what I was going to say was I can just go into Weavile, put an energy onto the Darkrai, and then Dawn onto the Weavile and still kill it. But you know what we can do, though? We can equip an energy onto the Darkrai right now, do 20 damage, and then do 80 damage. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then on the following turn, we'll do the same thing to the Weavile, or the Arceus, or the whatever they decide to send in, and we'll still be A-okay. We'll still be A-okay. So we've got 1 point there. see what they do. They're going to send in the Arceus. The Arceus won't be able to do too much. There isn't much that they can do, I don't think, to secure this game for them. It would be nice to draw my Cyrus, because if I can draw the Cyrus, I can basically just guarantee the game's end. Weavile's going to get that energy. Another Arceus is going to come into play. It's going to become our turn. I'll go ahead and just attach the Rocky Helmet onto the Darkrai here. Why not? And then I'm just going to go ahead and Frogadier. And then because I can, I'm just going to set up the second Darkrai. Let's go ahead and put that on. Deal a little bit of damage to this Arceus here. And then we'll deal a little bit more to the Arceus as well. I would love to be able to draw into a Cyrus, though. I would be ecstatic if I could draw into a Cyrus. What an interesting showcase. We got basically two Weavile decks going head-to-head. One is with the newest set, and one is of the older set that is still new because it literally just came out. Let's go ahead and equip this onto the Weavile just in case. And then what we can do is we can Darkrai to kill the Arceus and then see what they send in and do 80 damage to that one. All right, let's see. What are you going to send in? What are you going to send in? Are you just going to concede? No, you're not going to concede. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Let's go ahead and Dark Prism here. 80 damage to this Arceus. Let's see what goes down on this next turn. You're still not going to be able to... You're not going to be able to do enough. So I think we just have this one in the bag. And we didn't even set up the deck fully to what we needed to. Basically, guys, for like the perfect deck when it comes to this, you have a Druddigon out front with a Rocky Helmet, so they're taking 40 damage every time they hit you. You've got Darkrai on the bench that has the energy equipped to it every turn, so you have 20 damage from that. And then you have 20 damage from the eventual Greninja on your bench as well. So even without attacking, you're dealing like 80 damage in between each turn. They conceded. Let's move on to the second game. All right, game number 2. Let's see what happens. We are going to go first. Not my optimal choice, but you know what? It's all right. Oh, this is also just a horrible starting hand. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing that we're going first. We don't get energies this time around, but if I can draw into a Druddigon, I'll be so happy. We do have a Sneasel, which is good. I'll throw that down. Let's go ahead and Professor's Research. Please give me a Druddigon. Please give me a Druddigon. You didn't do the thing. That is so unfortunate, dude. Oh my god. All right, well, I think what I'm going to do still... Actually, we'll Pokeball first. We'll see if I get the Druddigon. Yes! Thank god. Okay, all right, good. Let's go ahead and drop this Druddigon. I'll go ahead and X-Speed. We'll get this Froakie out of here. We'll switch into the Druddigon, and we'll attach the Rocky Helmet. And then the stalling will begin. Now, unfortunately, this deck isn't going to be doing a drastic amount of stuff with the stalls, because the Dratini... is going to be able to get around the Druddigon. They'll be able to hit everything as soon as it becomes a Dragonite. So I need to figure out a way to ping it for damage, switch into the Sneasel, and kill it. That is an unfortunate occurrence that is happening at the current moment in time. Now, I'm hoping they get screwed with energies and they're not able to set everything up the way they need to. Dratini's going to have the Cape, 90 HP. You're not going to be able to do anything this turn. Hopefully they are going to be like trying to deal some damage every now and then. This one might not go in our favor, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's go ahead and get this Darkrai. Calling it right now. Damn, that sucks. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and equip this Sneasel, I guess, then. We'll equip that with a Rocky Helmet as well. And then we'll just go ahead and pass turn. And I guess if we don't draw the Darkrai, I'll just start setting up the Druddigon with 2 energies to retreat off of. Because I need to get damage done to this Dratini sooner than later before it evolves. And hopefully we can get... Okay, we have 2 Pikachus and a Pikachu EX. Kind of crazy. Calm down there, bud. Calm down there. I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. There are already 2 energies on the Dratini. They're retreating into the Pikachu EX. You know what? That actually works out for us. I'm okay with this. I can keep Druddigon in here, I guess, for the time being. Let's go ahead and Pokecom out this other Druddigon, though, because we definitely don't need it. Let's go ahead and swap this out for hopefully a Weavile, maybe? Or actually, you know what? I was going to say that's good, but it's not really that good. The unfortunate thing about this deck is that we can't really attack with anything. That's the really only downside. The only thing we can attack with is the Darkrai and the Sneasel. The Froakie and the Dredigan are essentially useless when it comes to the attacking portion, but aside from that, it's really good. I really enjoy it. Now, we are going to be able to just wait. It's such an interesting... Did they not equip an energy at all? Did they just not equip an energy? That is so curious. That is so curious. I don't really know how to go about this, so I'm just going to go into the Weavile. I've never seen this deck before. This is quite an interesting build. We are going to take 20 damage from the Rocky Helmet, but I'm fine with that, I guess. I'm really confused by this deck build right now. What I really need to happen is I need to go into my Froakie. If I can go into my Froakie, or into my, like, Greninja from getting a Frogadier, then I can ping 20 damage to that Dratini, bring it in with Cyrus, and then kill it with the Weavile. That's what I really need to happen right now. I'm going to go ahead and just start preloading the bench with energies, just in case I need to pivot between them. Dredigan's going to have that energy. I don't really need to do anything else. I'm just going to go for Scratching Nails. Now, unfortunately, we're just going to be taking a bunch of damage from this Rocky Helmet, but if we're able to take out the Pikachu, maybe it's worth. Maybe it's worth. I really need to get this Froakie. I think on this next turn, I may pivot back into the Dredigan to try to stall. Oh, they conceded. Okay. Sure. I mean, I'll take that. Let's go ahead and get into the next game. All right, game number 3. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Either we're going to win or they're going to concede, or both. Because if they concede, we win. That's just how that works. We're going to start with the Dredigan, which is really nice. Hopefully we can get some basics off of this Professor's Research and or draw into it onto our first turn. Did that say that we were going first? I feel like we are going first. I don't even remember. I wasn't paying attention. That last game was interesting. I don't know what kind of deck they were trying to run. I don't know what deck this is either. That Shaman Sky Support is pretty cool, I guess. We do have the Pokeball, though, so we can get some basics going, at least. That's good. We get the Froakie. Not optimal, but not bad either. Go ahead and drop that down. Maybe if I can get the Frogadier off of the Professor's Research, we'll be all good and dandy. We got a Cyrus, we got a Dredigan, so not what we need. I'm going to keep the Dredigan in hand. We don't need that on the board just yet. Progunk's going to hopefully not do anything for the time being. Shaman Sky Support is pretty nice. Having one down on your retreat cost is pretty cool. I'm trying to think of the newest set and like what would be utilized with that. I mean, I guess that's really good for a lot of decks, actually. I feel like the Miss Magius deck, was it, that I built? That one was like almost entirely one retreat cost. So if you throw a Shaman Sky in there, everything's free. I don't really know. I'm just gonna equip a energy to the Dredigan and then pass. There's really nothing that I can do here. I'm basically just putting on energy so that I can retreat the Dredigan out if I need to. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. That gets around Dredigan, I think. I'm pretty sure Dredigan will not be taking or will not be dealing any damage with that. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is let's research to see what we draw into. Pokecom and Darkrai. Nice, okay. Go ahead and place that Darkrai down. I'm going to deal 20 damage to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the other Dredigan and X-Speed. No. What do I want to do in this situation? Let's go ahead and Pokecom my Weavile. If I can get Frogadier, I think that will be better in this situation than having Weavile for now. No, we get a second Darkrai. Okay. I think I just leave Dredigan in here for now. It's okay if we lose the one. As long as I can still build up my Darkrai on the bench, I think we'll be okay. Now, the unfortunate thing is that Arbok is here too, so... Are they going to switch into the Arbok? They are. Okay. So they're going to knock that out. They're going to take 20 damage, though, which is nice. And then I think the only thing that we can do in this situation is just go immediately back into our second Darkrai. I basically just need to keep these guys stalled until I can build up my... go into our other Dread again. I think the only way that I can deal right now is basically just hoping and praying that I can set up this Darkrai on my bench and then have it come in and do all of the work for me. Arbok's going to drop down to 60. Yeah. Arbok's going to drop down to 60. I can keep my Cyruses for now. It is good that we have them, because I'm able to Cyrus, like, the Toxicroak in on this next turn. Let's see what they decide to do here. This is a very interesting deck. I like this, actually. You have Corner with the Arbok, so they can't retreat. You have the lower retreat cost because of the Shaman Skyform. So basically, you're only losing 1 energy each turn you try to pivot. And this way, they can rotate between poisoning and then locking me in and not being able to retreat. I like this. I like this. They're going to choose just to keep in and take the 40 damage. So their Arbok will just die on this next turn. But, I mean, hey, that was their choice. I'm not going to say no to that. We'll drop the Sneasel here. We'll put an energy onto the Darkrai. It's going to kill the Arbok. And then on the next turn, I'll energy the Dread again and retreat it out into the Darkrai, and then we'll be able to go in for a big swing. Let's see who they go into. They're going to go into the Toxicroak. That's fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and turn there. And then let's see what happens. Oh, they got the promo Darkrai. Nice. I dig that. I dig that. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Do I want to just let... Actually, you know what? Do I let the Dredigan fall so that I have a clean switch in? So that my Darkrai is not taking any extra damage? I'm gonna ping him for 20 damage with this Darkrai. And the only reason I'm preferring to do that over this is that the Dredigan will fall. Darkrai can come in now. Maybe I should have retreated, but I think we're okay. None of their board is fully set up, so I think we'll be fine. And I can retreat out to stop the poison if I need to. But Toxicroak, if they don't retreat out the Toxicroak, they just die on the next turn. So they either retreat and don't poison me, or they just poison me and I kill them on the next turn. So let's go ahead and do that then. We do have the Weavile, actually, which is really, really nice for us. Yeah, that actually saves us here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go ahead and hit this Weavile with the energy. I'm going to go ahead and retreat into the Weavile. And then I'm going to evolve the Frogadier into Greninja. Hit the 20 damage onto the Toxicroak. And then kill it with the Weavile. So that's down, that's gone. Weavile is here to stay for the time being. And next turn, I'll be able to ping their Darkrai for 20, 40... Let's see, what does this math break down to? 70 from the Weavile, 40 from the Darkrai and Greninja combo, so 110 damage. And then, let's see, Nightmare Aura is going to take me down to 120. Actually, on this next turn, I don't think I'm going to keep the Weavile in. I think I'm going to retreat the Weavile into the Darkrai. Because Darkrai net has more energy, or has more damage just on its base. And now I'm able to equip an energy, deal 20, and then... Actually, you know what? We don't even need to kill the Darkrai. We don't even need to kill the Darkrai. I can just secure the victory right now. I'm gonna Shaman for 20, and then I'm gonna Cyrus it into play, and then knock it out with the Darkrai EX, and we just win that way. I guess I could have kept the Weavile in for that play, but might as well just use Darkrai for that anyway. But very, very cool. That was like 3 decks that I don't think I've ever seen. So, actually, at least 2 decks, right? I don't know. But that was that. So we're going to wrap up there. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. That's kind of cool how I never used this deck before, and we just, you know, kind of went on a rampage with it. Let me know your thoughts on the deck down below. Let me know if there's anything you would tweak or change. And let me know how the deck plays for you if you decide to play with it. I appreciate you guys watching. Like if you do, stop if you're new, but I'm out. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.